Hebrews 13, it says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." So we may boldly say, "The Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me?" When I was preparing this, I was thinking about that particular promise that God makes for us, that He will never leave us or abandon or forsake us. And it's a great thing that we can hold on to when we go through life, when things can get really difficult, or we don't know what's going to happen next, or we don't really know what the future holds. We can be assured that God will not abandon us. He will not forsake us. He actually is there for us and helps us work through the situations. I was thinking while I was doing that there are two particular characters that I thought fitted the bill in some ways. And one was Noah, and how God rescued Noah and his family through the ark when all the rains and everything else came down and things looked really bad. How God actually had put provision in place, encouraging Noah to build the ark and to rescue his family and the animals for a future world that was cleaned of sin and all the disregard that there was for God, to somebody that really followed Him. And of course God also told Noah that he would never do anything like that again. So God makes provision for us, and he does look out for us, and He helps us to work through issues. He provides, like in the picture, an umbrella of protection which we can shelter under, and we can really depend on Him in our lives. The other person I was thinking about that kind of comes into the category is Jonah. He's one of my favourite characters, and how he turned away from God's will, but how God actually delivered him in a very dramatic way, in that he was eaten by a large fish. It would seem pretty drastic, but Jonah, in that moment when he was inside the fish, prayed to God, and God delivered him. I cried out to the Lord because of my affliction, and He answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol I cried, and You heard my voice. For You cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the floods surrounded me. All Your billows and Your waves passed over me. Then I said, I have been cast out of Your spirit, yet I will look again towards Your holy temple. The waters surrounded me, even to my soul, and the deep closed around me. Weeds were wrapped around my head, and I went down to the moorings of the mountains. The earth with its bars closed behind me. Yet You have brought up my life from the pit, O Lord my God. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer went up to You into the holy temple. Those who regard worthless idols forsake their own mercy, but I will sacrifice to You with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay what I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. So the Lord spoke to the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. So things may seem pretty bad at times, but we know that we can depend on God, because He does say He'll never leave us or forsake us. He never will abandon us.